Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is Supplementation, following up Advanced Nutrition. So, I have my handy dandy program in front of me. I want you to download, you've already downloaded it. Grab your program that we've been working with. Just grab one sheet of it. We're going to go through it together. I wanted to go through your supplementation, and I wanted to make this its own section and kind of tie up some stuff and put this in here together. So I did your supplementation a little bit differently. First of all, here's how I feel about supplementation. When we're talking about nutrition and we talk about supplementation, most of us, I think of lots of pills then. Am I trying to take in a bunch of what I could be taking in real food in pill form? Am I trying to compensate for what I should be getting in real food nutrition in pill form? And what I'm taking in supplementation, how pure is it? How beneficial is it? Where's it coming from? How's my body processing it and distributing it? How useful is it for me? So with that in mind, oh, and the other thing is supplementation can get really, really expensive. Supplementation can get really expensive, and supplements are not mandated or regulated by the by the FDA or any other government entity. So there's really quite a wide berth with supplements. So unless you're really sure about a company and about the supplement, I think it's best to get what we need from the food. I think it's best to eat the real food and to get supplements complementing our existing nutrition in the most whole and natural holistic form. So I reduced your pill form supplements to as little as possible to, number one, keep it affordable, and number two, not necessarily in that order, to make sure that we're really focusing on the nutrition standpoint, being that we get the good stuff from the food. I don't want you popping a zillion pills. That's kind of what we're trying to get away from, like the whole let's ingest a ton of pharmaceutical type thinking. You know, we want to heal from the way we're living, and that includes what we're eating, what we're taking. It also includes what we're putting on our skin, what we're taking in through our nose, through our ears, all of it. This beautiful vessel. You know, there's a lot of input going on here. It's not just what's coming in my mouth. So I put that all in your plan. That's why this is an entire system. I put it all together for you. This is why this is an entire life change recalibration system. It's not just a diet and a fitness plan. You know, this is literally recalibrating your body, your thinking, your perspective, your existence, your ability to manifest what you want, your ability to live the life you want, all of it. And we're starting on a cellular level, to tell you the truth. So And I say that because you might have wondered why some of this stuff was on your nutrition plan. Like, why does she have essential oils on my nutrition plan? That should tell you how important I think it is. Ha-ha! So, we're going to get in this. We'll start right at the beginning. I have downloaded one of my days. It doesn't really matter. The things we're going to talk about are pretty standard. They might be in different spots on your nutrition, but the stuff is standard. So, we are going in the morning. Now, it says you can wake up and drink coffee if desired. Ideally, we would want to go without. It creates an acidic environment within the body, and we're looking for a what? Say it at home with me now. Alkaline, alkaline, alkaline. I say that and my son goes, Mom, you're so crazy. So we're looking for an alkaline environment in the body. So ideally, you don't start it with coffee. I also know that I forget what the percentage was the other day of how many, at least Americans, are coffee drinkers. I love coffee. I love the taste of coffee. I love the smell of coffee. I love the smell of fresh brewed coffee. However, I'm very selective about the coffee that I take, or that I drink rather. And I was going to say take in. And I use a coffee that goes through a different brewing process. So it's got 70% more antioxidants than green tea, and it is I forget how much less acidic for the stomach. So I do coffees like that because I really you know, I do this for my health. I really want to look good, but I also really want to look good when I'm 103. There you have it. So I really care that not just the outside looks good. I care that the inside looks good, feels good, and is doing good. So I'm trying to have what I want in the most healthy form. So if you can get a hold of a less acidic coffee, or a coffee that's brewed in a process that's more stomach friendly, go for it. And take in that, and then it's even better. And then in the morning, we are going to do creatine crealkaline. You can do any brand you want. Creatine crealkaline is a form of creatine. We're going to take this in the morning and again after we work out, and we're doing this for recovery. We want to really plug our body full of some essential amino acids to really heal up our body, especially as we are embarking on a new fitness plan and a new way of eating and a new way of approaching and getting excited about life, right? So we're going to make sure that our body is healing from the new, even though it's new good stuff we're doing, it still can be considered a stressor on the body because it's new, right? So we're still putting new, although good stress that's going to reap good benefits. We're still putting stress on the body. So we're going to boost all healing and recovery aspects possible. So we're going to do 750 milligrams of creatine crealkaline. You're going to take it, most every brand that I have seen, it's 2 pills per day, so that's just 1 pill in the morning. 5 grams of glutamine, which is also 500 milligrams, and 1 serving of aminos. If you're vegan, you'll want to do synthetic aminos, because otherwise I believe they are animal sourced. I take just synthetic source aminos. But you can just get regular aminos. You can get them at any store, and we're going to do a serving of those in the morning, okay? That's going to start protein synthesis first thing in the day. This is right when you wake up. There's a video after this where I show you my daily routine. I showed you how I take all this information from the entire plan that I'm giving you and how I do it on a daily basis. So I showed you in there how I do all of this. But and then I tell you to put on 1 to 2 drops of Young Living Thieves, lavender, and lemon. Thieves has a proprietary blend that balances the body on a cellular level. Do some research on cinnamon bark and the use by the ancients in balancing the cells, boosting the immune system. Just as you would say good morning to yourself and say something kind that puts you in a good frame of mind, it's doing the exact same thing for your body on a cellular level. So that's why I put that in there. That's how important I think that is to do that right away. Okay, so when we're moving into our first meal, we're going to have multivitamin. Get a multivitamin for you. If you are allergic to anything, make sure it's not in your vitamin. Just get a well-balanced, full-spectrum multivitamin with a good mineral profile, and a serving of fish oil, and multi-enzymes. Multi-enzymes are naturally occurring in the body. It's the enzymes that are in your stomach that help you break down the food. Most of us tend to think that we have too many, especially people that have heartburn and stuff like that. They tend to think they have overactive enzymes. But actually, because of junk in the food, junk in our systems, junk in just our way of operating our bodies, we junk up the system, and enzyme production is actually decreased. And so we want to take some multi-enzymes at the time that we're eating. Ideally, you're supposed to take them half hour before you eat, but I'll tell you the truth, I never remember. So I just put it with the meal. If you remember, take them a half hour before you're supposed to eat. High five to you. I never remember. So I take them with the meal. And they just help you break down the food, help the food get assimilated and distributed more efficiently. So, the better. If you take in the best nutrients, but you don't metabolize them well, that's like it's a half-assed job, right? We need the best nutrients coming in and the best metabolic absorption and distribution, okay? Okay, so for the pre-workout, you're taking vitamin C, CLA, carnitine, and arginine, and ornithine. What we're doing is we are buffering lactic acid production and metabolizing, we are immobilizing fat to make it ready to travel, to get burned away. And don't tell it. and arginine and ornithine are going to boost your body's ability to build muscle. So we're just going to get the body in using natural stuff that's already in there, but we're going to give it more because we're probably not making as much as is ideal for the body to produce the desired effect that we're going for. So we're going to give it the aminos to help to put it in the right state so that the workout is the most efficient and effective. Afterwards, we're going with glutamine and the other serving of crealkaline. And then I believe that is it for your program. Okay, so I did discuss the oils on there. This is Young Living Thieves. This, and we got lavender and lemon, which also are super wonderful for people like myself who used to have seasonal allergies and now they're all year allergies and all year issues. And for every human being on planet Earth that is breathing in the free air that has way too much junk in it that's not supposed to be there, we're finding that we have sinus issues and almost like a low-grade sinus infection most all the time, which compromises our immune system. So that little cocktail right there is just a match made in heaven for your immune system and your everything. Bars, shakes, and snacks. Okay, so all this talk about real food, whole food, yes, 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 yes. However, all of that said, each of us has responsibilities and a hectic schedule and a crazy life, at least at some point in some day, right? So there's going to be a time when you need to grab a snack or grab a bar or a food replacement, and you're not going to have a meal with you, or you're going to be extra hungry or something like that. So I do have some favorites. I do vegan, crabble, no cow bars. There's now some really good options on the market. And what I wanted to tell you was the things that I want to say, whether you're doing a vegan option or, you know, an animal protein, you want to be reading some stuff on the back here, and you want to be looking for some labels. Okay. You want to be looking for some that says organic, and the big one, here's the big one. Look at this one. You want to get real familiar with this little sign right there. Right there. Non-GMO. I would stay away from bioengineered foods. And so, you know, check out what's in the bar. Don't just do something that just the packaging looks good. You know, check out what's in there, the ingredients that are in there, and make sure you're getting something that's lining up with what you want to put in your system. And then I also wanted to say, I go to different kinds of markets. Like I go to world markets, and I go to Asian markets, and I go to European markets, and I go to all kinds of different markets, and I find teas, lemongrass, ginger, turmeric, things that aren't necessarily traditionally American, you know, per se. And those are the teas that I have when I'm breaking the fast on the intermittent fast days. So when I talk about the tummy soothing teas, ginger, turmeric, lemongrass, chamomile can be, but not especially for your stomach as much. But those are just really nice to put in, because there's wonderful healing properties in each of those as well. So why not use that as a time to soothe your stomach and integrate, you know, a tea. And then last, but certainly not least, on the list of supplements would be bioscalar energy, which could also be called the fountain of youth. I'm going to give you a quick understanding and a definition here, and a quick familiarization with bioscalar energy, but there is an entire video on bioscalar energy on my website, as well as a ton of other information with links to go learn more. So it's not that I'm rushing you through the explanation, it's just that I don't want to keep you for hours in these tutorials when the information is other places as well. So E.F. Block in the Natural Properties of Bioscalar Energies says, all cellular living entities, including human beings, naturally produce bioscalar energies. It is the ability to produce bioscalar energy as needed that is the determiner of aliveness. I love that. So in modern terms, the average human at rest produces about 100 watts of power, which equates to 2,000 kilocalories of food energy, which is where we get the RDA measurement of a 2,000 calorie diet, okay? So you're familiar with that, and that's why I use that. So you understand that you need X amount of food, but have you ever thought about that? X amount of food feeding what, right? Feeding your inherent energy, your inherent energetic vessel. That's also a section after your physical fitness in this program. So the concept of scalar energy was first described by James Clerk Maxwell in 1873. Half a century later, you're familiar with Nikola Tesla, was actually able to demonstrate the existence of scalar energy, and then he used the term scalar as well as radiant energy. So this is energy inside you that's naturally occurring, that's naturally produced, and when introduced into the body in a conscious fashion, this is what it does. It reduces inflammation. It prevents cell clumping and aggregation. It enhances general circulation. It enhances immune and endocrine system responses. Has the ability to destroy viruses and bacteria. Enhances cellular nutrition and detoxification. Enhances cellular permeability. Increases cellular voltage potential across the membrane. Helps to protect DNA from damage. Helps to retard the aging process, helps to fight cancer cells, strengthens the body's field, thus providing electromagnetic wave interference. So with all the ELF waves, the electromagnetic, the low frequency waves, the cell phone waves, the microwaves, all the waves that are kicking around us all the time, Wi-Fi, everything. We're sitting here, you can't see it, but we're being beamed with all these waves at any given time. And we are biological creatures. And so there is a biological result and manifestation from those waves. Bioscalar energy protects us from that. Increases mental focus and concentration, helps to balance brain hemispheres. So these are some of the off-the-top benefits of bioscalar energy. Now, the reason I put that on your supplement list is, I don't know if I can say this without crying. A beautiful scientist and I have decided and figured out a way to put bioscalar energy into personal care products so that each and every one of us can, number one, use them daily, and number two, afford them. So I have put bioscalar energy into Chiefess chapstick. And this is lemongrass lavender flavor. And then I have a body oil. These are both, everything, anything that I sell is on the store, on the website. But I'm talking about those now because I make sure to use one. I use both every day. I actually use the chapstick as my eye cream. And, you know, when I decided to make this program for you, I really wanted you guys to have like every aspect of what in my life works. And so I use this every day. This is a beautiful blend of oils. I created this myself. This is a large amount of shea butter imported from West Africa. And it has avocado oil and olive oil, essential oils. What else? There's a list on there. But this is the only skincare product I use. Like, this is what I use on my face. And so the way that I use this is when I'm in the shower, just after I've taken a shower. This is a liquid oil, okay? So while I've taken a shower, right after I've taken a shower, before I even open the door and get out, I take some of that. A little goes a really long way, and I rub it into my skin while my skin is still wet. So it locks in the moisture in my skin, and it's available in a few different fragrances. And so with the essential oil, with the properties of the essential oil and the aromatic effects, it feels good too, not to mention what it's doing for me. So I use that every time I take a shower. I rub it all over my face. And then I use the chapstick as chapstick, and then I use it around my eyes. I'm not sure how I started that. It was probably just because I was lazy. But then I realized that it really worked well. So those are available and affordable in the store on the Chiefess website. And I cannot recommend enough that you use one or both every day and protect yourself from some of the stuff that's coming in. And literally, it is like nectar of the gods for your DNA. So that concludes our supplementation conversation, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you, and I love you.